What's good, YouTube? We are back again with another NBA 2K24 build video. Now today we have another post scoring build, but today is a little different because this post scoring build is actually pretty toxic. Yeah, this post scorer can not only do its post scoring things, but you need to see how many Hall of Fame scoring badges this build gets, bro. It is broken. Honestly, it is broken. But like always, leave a W or an L down below in the comment section when you guys see this build, because I think it's fire, but maybe I might be wrong. I don't know. So rate the build down below in the comments. I want to hear from you all. Let's go ahead and get started though. All right. Position. We are going with the power forward position. All right. Now, for our height, we want to go 6'11". We still want to be a solid big. We could possibly play the 5 if we're playing, you know, park or whatever the case may be. We could possibly play the 5. All right. I wanted to make sure that I kind of resembled this build to remind me more of a Dirk Nowitzki type build. So like the post fades, the post hop shot jumpers, like I want to do all of that. I want to have fun being a post scorer, not just a hook shot post scorer. We've all seen those. If you go to the 1v1 court, you've seen what they do. They do the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't want to be anything like that. So height 6'11". For our weight, we went with 235 pounds. I felt that this was the best weight to not only give us a pretty solid strength, and it'll also give us a pretty solid speed, and I needed that, okay, because this build actually will have a little bit of defense on it. Surprising, yes, I get it, but let's just continue. All right, 235. And then for our wingspan, so we can increase our jumpers, we went with 6'11". So we went minimum wingspan on this player build. So we're gonna go ahead and continue here and figure out where we are going to be putting these attribute points. Now, when it comes to the attributes for our finishing, we got to get it done here. I wanted to make sure that we can actually finish around the rim. Not only can we shoot, but I wanted to make sure that we're just not settling for a shot. Like, I wanted this build to be difficult to guard because our bag just is so deep when it comes to scoring. So our close shot is going to be an 81. Now, of course, you already know what we getting out of this. That pro touch, if you guys don't do layups, or if y'all don't have that pro touch on Hall of Fame, then I don't even think y'all would even understand how OP this badge is actually. Like, the layup meter when you have pro touch on Hall of Fame is actually pretty large. So 81 close shot, that's going to help us doing our posts and everything of that nature. Driving layup is going to be an 84. So we will be able to get it done in the paint. And then for our driving dunk, we went with a 59. Not really going crazy with the contacts here, you know, we're not dunking on people's heads, but we can still finish around the rim. So that's what I wanted. Okay, standing dunk, we went with a 49. And then when it comes to post control, we went with a 95. Do we need a 95? Probably not, but I did want that drop stepper on Hall of Fame. We got so close. I just wanted to go ahead and grab it. Hall of Fame, you know, anything when it comes to post scoring is amazing. Okay, drop stepper is going to be very necessary when it comes to this build because our strength will still be high. And you know, post fade phenom, we're gonna get some more of that. But post spin technician, if you don't use post spin technician and you have it on Hall of Fame, then I would highly recommend you use it on this build because it's cheesy. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the shooting attributes for this build, and we have to go all out when it comes to shooting. Now, what I did with the mid-range is we boosted the mid-range all the way to a 94. Now, this is going to carry all of our shooting badges. So now I'm kind of comfortable going with a lower rating when it comes to our 3-ball, because look at the badges that we get already. And on top of all these badges that of course are all gold in Hall of Fame, we get to unlock and actually touch some of the better jump shot bases in NBA 2K24. So this is a win-win, really. It's a win-win for us because look at all this. Gold in Hall of Fame shooting. So if you just wanted to be a spot up, you can do that. If you wanted to just go and do your post scoring thing and run with a lock, you can do that as well. All right. Mid-range 94, our 3-ball. We went with the low 3-ball, and then we just kind of put some of these attributes that we saved on other things. We don't need a crazy high 3-ball if we have Hall of Fame and shooting, our Hall of Fame and gold shooting badges, bro. Like Hall of Fame catch and shoot, it don't matter if we had like a 63 ball. Like that catch and shoot is going to help, especially if we got hot spots and all that. Like we got badges, bro. We got badges, bro. Free throw. If you wanted to take this build out anywhere other than just park, then we decided to put a little bit of a free throw on here. We have a 75, excuse me, a 75 free throw on this build. And then when it comes to playmaking, we have a pass accuracy of a 74. We had to kind of save a couple of our attribute points here because these builds get a little expensive. If you can shoot and you can finish around the rim, you know, it takes a lot of attribute points. And on top of that, our defense is not that bad. So 74 is going to be our pass accuracy. When it comes to our ball handle, we went with a 71. Now, please feel free to lower this if you truly want to. It is completely up to you. I'm just giving you a base or a template. Speed with ball. I wanted to have speed with ball on this build, so we went with a 64. We've had plenty of center builds without any speed with ball or ball handle, and you know, we decided to change it up a little bit. All right, now it's time to focus on our defense. A lot of these post scorers aren't really going to do too much when it comes to like defense or being fast, so we tried to make it a little different here. All right, interior defense, we went with the bare minimum, which was going to be a 72. And then for our perimeter defense, a lot of the times when I'm making these center builds or these big man builds, I never put perimeter defense on a build and I pay the price for it. Okay, when it comes to switching on that guard's going to shoot right there on my head top and it's going to be wide open green. And I'm really sick of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm really sick of it. My hands are up, but since my perimeter defense is so low, it's like I'm not even there. So to combat that, we decided to go with a 71 for our perimeter defense. Now, why I may do this? Well, it is simply to get challenger on bronze. Now, if I'm actually there with my hands up trying to contest a shot, I think that I'm more than capable of actually affecting a shooter shot just a little bit. That's all I'm asking for. Give me a little bit. That's all. Now, I'm just trying to alter the timing of my opponent's jump shot. That's it. When it comes to our steal, we decided to just go no steal. When it comes to blocking, we want to protect the rim, and I would have went higher, but I wanted to make sure that we got perimeter on this build, so we went with an 87 block. Now, you guys know I'm low-key a sucker for, you know, those 90s or whatever, but instead of getting gold anchor here, we just decided to go with silver. It's not too much of a difference, so I was okay and comfortable with just getting a silver anchor. When it comes to offensive rebounds, we're probably not looking forward to getting too many of these because we are going to be shooting. So we went with a 48 for our offensive rebound, and then we went with an 83 for our defensive rebound. Okay, we're going to get a lot more defensive rebounds than our offensive boards because, I mean, we're actually going to be playing as a freaking post scorer. You know what I'm saying? If we miss, then we just miss, but we'll get the ball back. So don't miss. Just don't miss. All right, so 83 defensive rebound, and now it's time to go and finish this build by altering our physicals. Now, when it comes to the physicals, I still wanted some speed on this build. I know a lot of post scorers are super slow, and I didn't want that for my build. So I went with a 72 for the speed. Acceleration, I decided to put just a little bit more to our acceleration, and I ended up with a 61 for our acceleration here. For our strength, we are post scorers. Remember that we are bullies when it comes to NBA 2K24. We need a high strength. The strength will help us not only on offense, but it will help us on defense as well. So for our strength, we went with a 90 strength. I feel that this is the minimum that we would need because it does unlock gold brick wall, gold back down punisher, and also gold immovable enforcer. So we still get our box out beast. It's not as high as our other center builds, but I mean, to put box out beast on this build and to still be able to shoot like crazy from the mid and to go crazy in the paint, like, I think that this build is pretty well rounded if you ask me. When it comes to vertical, we're not really dunking on people's heads, but we did decide to go with a 74 for our vertical just to unlock that silver chase down artist. And then we put the rest on stamina because we will truly need it as a big man. And you know, we're backing down our opponent and we just going crazy. And then on top of all that, we still get handles for days. All right, so I like it. We go crazy. We got some defensive badges. We got a whole bunch of offensive badges. But you know, when it comes to our strength and that back down punisher, we'll be able to force our way in the paint. We'll also be able to use back down punisher to get to our spots that we want to pull that mid range or that three from, and we can really just go crazy. So if we wanted to attack the rim, we do have big driver. Like I said before, we got chase down artists, so we got some defensive badges. We got all silver, pretty much rebounding badges here, and then you know, silver anchor, so we can get some blocks here. Perimeter defense, we can affect a shot in the perimeter. I'm not saying that we're gonna be lights out or it's just not gonna go in, but you know, we'll at least be acknowledged by standing in front of that ball handler. So that's all I want. That's all I want. When it comes to our playmaking, we needed that unpluckable on gold, and we get some pretty cool bronze playmaking badges here. And then when it comes to our shooting badges, you know, it is just amazing here. We just have everything that we could really want, you know, that midi magician, so we'll be fading. Then we have that post fade phenom where we can do post fades. Like, we can really do a lot of damage in the mid range, and then of course we'll be able to get our takeover. The only problem that you'll have with this build is picking what takeover you want to use. Like, I don't think I would know. Maybe you would want to go physicals and get you even more speed, acceleration, strength, or you could go shooting and just go crazy with the post hops and all that other stuff, or you can go finishing, you know. So yeah, this build actually gets so many Hall of Fame, so many gold badges. I was actually impressed. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this build down below in the comments. Give me a W or an L so I can hear from you guys. But we're going to go ahead and see what shades NBA 2K24 gives to this player build here, all right? So already looking, we get Karl Anthony Towns, Tobias Harris, and John Collins. Now, unfortunately, they do label us on NBA 2K24 as a 3-level threat. I'm starting to hate this build name just because, like, there's 80 different ways that you can make a 3-level threat, and all 80 of those builds are going to be completely different. So I guess I like it, but the build is pretty fire if you ask me. But y'all let me know down below in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Smash a like if you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also ring that bell so you guys will be notified for all of our future videos. But I appreciate y'all, and I will see you guys in the next video.